Hello. I am Melissa Rivers, owner of Origins of Peace. I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of Time Out. And this week I will be discussing effective time management and organizational skills as methods to add peace to your life and to add structure to your daily routine. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea or whatever beverage of your choice, and let's dive into a few things. So, this week at Origins of Peace, we are focusing on time management and effective organizational skills as a means of adding peace to your life. So, at Origins of Peace, I like to think of the goal first, and then I go back and fill in the blanks as to how I will reach that goal. So, one thing that came to mind when I was creating this video is to think about the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. And one of those laws is the law of magnetism. I always have trouble saying that word, but it's the law of magnetism. And that law says who you attract is not determined by what you want. Is determined by who you are. All right, so let's keep in mind who you attract is not determined by what you want, but is determined by who you are. So, in reference to time management and organization, I want to think about who you are in those areas. Are you having trouble in those areas? Is time management an issue for you? Is organization something that you dream about achieving, but you don't know how to get started? So if those are challenge areas for you, what type of feelings do you emit because of those things? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel panicky? Do you always feel rushed? Are you late? Do you have tardiness going on? Do you fail to meet deadlines? Are you stressed? Do you feel overcommitted, overwhelmed? So if you're experiencing any of those issues, then the reason could be because of poor time management skills and a lack of organization in your personal life and your professional life. So if any of those traits that I mentioned, if those sound familiar to you, then that's who you are right now. That's who you are. You're a person who's tardy. You're a person who's not meeting your commitments. You're a person who's not meeting those deadlines. You're a person whose work productivity is lacking. That's who you are. So thinking about the law of magnetism, who you are is what you will attract. So in order to attract different and better into your life, you have to learn how to manage effectively your time management and your organization. So a few things that I do to help with that in my personal life, I'll start there first, is like health and nutrition is important to me. So if that's something that's important to you, or if that's something that's on your vision goal to get more serious about this year, consider meal prepping, because meal prepping is a way to help you pre-plan. You pre-plan and pre-make your meals. You have them all portioned out and packaged up in a container. So when it's time to eat, all you do is pop it in the microwave, warm it up, and you eat. It takes the stress and the worry and just the unpreparedness out of eating healthy, eating nutritious meals, and staying on track with that. Another personal thing that I do in my personal life to add time management is that I keep calendars and planners. If you can see the calendar behind me, I love my yoga calendar. My friend Kiva created that yoga calendar, which highlights people of color that are yoga practitioners, and I love it. It's just great to see that representation. But I have plenty of calendars and planners that I use, and I actually use them. So a lot of times we get these nifty planners and calendars, and we're like, oh, we're going to document everything and stay on point, and write down everything and make sure that we don't miss an event, or, that we're where we need to be on time. But if you don't have the right tools, it can get difficult. So this year I'm using a calendar called the Very Busy Planner, and it's by Amy Knapp. I found it on Etsy. This is not an ad, but I just love the calendar because it has all kind of goals and inspiration throughout the planner. So it's perfect for me. But another thing that you can do is make sure that you update the calendar in your phone. If you're a person, which most people are nowadays, they have their phone with them all the time. So take a few minutes to make an event in your calendar, set a reminder so that you're not guessing, where do you need to be or what do you need to be showing up for? You're actually there. You're actually receiving the notification in hand on your phone when this event is happening, how long until the event starts. So do yourself a favor and do that. If you're an entrepreneur like myself, some things that you want to do in your business to help with time management and organization is to have access to digital technology. So right now in the corporate realm, digital transformation is huge. So everything, people are trying to develop apps and different software on how to do things more efficiently and better. So why not do that for your small business as well? So if you're a paper and pen type person, use those Microsoft apps and Google software to make things easier for you. They have collaborative programs that help you communicate better with your team. It helps you create with your team. You have the whole thing where you can create your files and your documents, store them online, share them with other people so that they can revise it, make edits as needed. And I think that's very important. So those are just a few tips that I wanted to share on time management and organization. But this week is full of those type of tips and ideas for you. So if you will go to my blog. So my website is originsofpeace.com, and in the top menu, there's a selection for blog. Hit that key and subscribe to my blog, and you're going to get tomorrow. I am releasing a blog post that has so many tips and thoughts about how to get organized and how to manage your time effectively. So make sure you're plugged in by subscribing to the blog. Also, this YouTube page, this is new to me. I've only been recording these videos for a couple of weeks now, but I love it. I love it here. I love it here. So make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube page and that you do not miss any notification whenever a new video is released. Also, I am on Facebook. My business page is Origins of Peace. Every week, not every day, but almost every day, I provide tips and insight on things that you can do to level up your peace game, because it is serious out here. So, of course, the theme this week is time management and organization. So like the page and stay connected. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's Origins of Peace for the creative consulting company. And then for the creative flower pot company, it's Planters with Soul. I would love to have you plugged into all of those different avenues. I would love to just share those tips on how you can maximize your time and increase your peace level. So join the community. All right. So, hey, that's just a snippet of what we have going on this week. I also have some spiritual activities, to help you stay grounded and to make sure that you're having that reflective time in your life that you need in order to connect and meditate on things that keep you peaceful and happy. I have a weekly affirmation that will come out. Also, I have a self-care tip that you might, find pretty helpful on your journey to time management and organization. All right, and there are a few challenges going on this week, but you have to be plugged into all of those communities that I mentioned beforehand. So please subscribe and like. All right. So thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Time Out. I appreciate you. Peace.